So I made a video talking about a fuel leak, but I didn't put like a beginning part to it, so it didn't make a lot of sense. But basically, here's what happened. I replaced the fuel pump on a 2005 Dodge Grand Caravan, and then I filled up the tank. And once the tank was filled up, it leaked, and it looked like it was coming from the top of the tank where it leaked from. No hoses or anything like that leaked. So this video is me dropping the tank and trying to figure out where the leak came from. Now, upon reviewing the video, it sort of looks like there were some damp spots that I didn't quite notice when I was filming, so keep that in mind when I'm looking at it. But basically, I ended up just beating the little fuel pump ring tighter because it had popped off really easily while I was making this video. I didn't actually film the part where it popped off, but I think that's what fixed it. I have yet to fill it up after doing this. But let me know if you think what I did fixed it. You're going to see what it all looks like under there. I'm a little nervous about filling it up. That's the reason I haven't tried to do it yet. But I will soon, especially if enough of you comment and say you think I fixed it. So, I don't know. Leave a comment, I guess, with what you think is leaking, if you can tell by the video, and if you think I should go ahead and fill it up to test it or not. Thanks for watching. So this is the back of the gas tank, goes toward the back of the car. Last time I filled it, it's like leakage came from the top of the tank. So I figured if I took the tank down again, I could see where it was leaking from. But it looks pretty dry. Like, this looks a little funky, but there's nothing here that's loose. This is my new fuel pump. Retainer rings on nice and tight. There's just no leaks coming from this. And these other hoses are just, you know, they're intact. There's no leaks coming from them. So where on earth is this leaking coming from, you know? All right, so upon another little glance, I went to go take the retainer ring off just to make sure that the little gasket underneath was you know, in the right spot, which it is, but it popped off really easy. And then I realized this isn't really seated on it very well. So there's this little ridge here. This little ridge should probably be like over here somewhere, and you see this big gap. Actually this big gap, because it's going to slide this way, and that's going to further tighten this down. So if it's leaking from anywhere, it might be from right here where the fuel pump goes in. So I'm going to try banging on it and getting it more tight, and then see if that's what fixes this this little fuel leak issue. Alright, so after beating on it some more, I wanted to get another view. Scraped it all up a little bit, but what matters more is, hey, I've actually got this little bump lined up with this, and that's about as tight as it's going to go. But I think this is going to work a lot better. Hopefully, I'm shining a light on it. Let's not do the light, that's ruining it. Hopefully, this got a lot more snug than it was before. At least you can see that this line is lined up with, you know, this little indentation right here. And that's about as far as it's going to tighten up without, you know, like breaking it or something. Hopefully that fixed it. Time to put the gas tank back on this beast.